It's a somewhat dark and stormy day here today, which matches the mood of the world in the wake of the terrorist attacks in Paris last week. Those attacks have left people asking what our response should be. And to complicate the matter further, there's the Syrian refugee crisis, with over 11 million people seeking safety and security, fleeing the same sorts of terror that rocked Paris on Friday. Over half of the states in our union have said that those refugees are not welcome in their borders, looking out for the safety and security of the people here at home. And that's an understandable reaction. But as people of faith, I think we're required to ask what our faith has to say with regard to what our response should be. Actually, refugees are a central part of the story in the Bible. A central part of our biblical heritage is that we come from a line of refugees. We first get an allusion to us as refugees in the opening book of the Bible, in Genesis chapter 12, where we read that Abram resided in Egypt as an alien. Then we turn to the book of Exodus, and we find that the Israelites became refugees when fleeing the terror that they experienced under Pharaoh. And they're reminded time and time again, even after they reach the promised land, that they were once aliens, and that they are therefore called to treat other aliens, other refugees, with love. And then the prophets regularly give reminders to people of faith that we're to provide a refuge to the outcasts. That refugee story doesn't end in the Old Testament. When we turn to the New Testament, the opening chapters of Matthew tell the story of Christmas. And according to Matthew, the birth of Jesus takes place at a dangerous time and in a dangerous place. So dangerous a time and place, in fact, that Joseph takes his wife Mary and their newborn son and flees to Egypt for safety. You see, Jesus was a refugee. And then throughout Jesus' preaching and teaching, he makes it abundantly clear that central to his life and mission and ministry, and therefore central to our life and mission and ministry, is to care for those who've been cast out, to care for those who've been left out, to liberate the oppressed, and to reach out to the poor. And in fact, at the pinnacle of his teaching, right before his arrest and crucifixion, Jesus closes with these beautiful words to his disciples, that when I was hungry, you gave me food. When I was thirsty, you gave me something to drink. When I was a stranger, you welcomed me. And they asked Jesus, Lord, when did we do any of those things for you? And he replied, whenever you did it for any of the least of these children of mine, you did it for me. We find ourselves in the midst of a storm. And again, I understand our natural inclination is to hunker down and seek protection for ourselves, security for those we love. But as people of faith, we must ask ourselves, is our primary responsibility in the midst of a storm to seek shelter or to provide it?